All right, so for this video, since I'm feeling a little lazy when it comes to the setup, this is gonna be the mic. This is how we just gonna rock it for today. We gonna rock it as if it's a regular microphone, and I'm an artist and I'm rapping y'all, and y'all my audience. You feel what I'm saying? Where? What's going on YouTube? Mike to another video. If your day's not going good, I hope tomorrow is better. When I subscribe, click the subscribe button and notification bell. For subscribe. Thank you for your loyalty. We got another Q&A. Because boy, have these questions just been flooding. Oh my God. When I said it asked me more questions on IG. Y'all really took that serious. You know, y'all really took that. A little disclaimer, bro. If you text me on Instagram and your question's unanswered, that does not mean reach out to me through my business phone. That is not going to get your question answered any faster. Honestly, if you want your question answered immediately, the best thing you'll probably do is leave it in the comment section below. Because if I don't get to it, one of the other viewers that maybe would answer your question will. But if you are going to DM me my question and want to be featured in one of these videos, just DM me and leave it be. It'll be put in these the next time I put out one of these videos. I'm one person. It's a lot of y'all. Okay, so we're screen sharing now. We're just gonna go to all and we're just gonna go through these. It's clearly, I haven't responded to any of these. Like I said, it's just been a lot flooding in. We're just gonna do it all on video live right now, and we're gonna answer some of these questions live. Sony Vegas 19? No, it is Sony Vegas Pro though, but it's not 19, it was 20. Vegas 20. I'm gonna say, yeah, 20. Actually, it is. Yeah, it's 21. Okay, so there goes one. We're moving. Okay. I'm trying to get into sports photography. Do you have any tripod and lens tips for me? Anything helps. I'm a huge fan, and you have inspired me a lot. I appreciate you. I 100%. I'm definitely glad that I was able to inspire. In terms of tripod and lens tips, if you do want to take that route, because I don't do that anymore, but as y'all can see, I used to. For me personally, handheld, it works best for me. That's just me. But for a lot of people, the lens and the camera can become a little bit too heavy, and it's hard to stabilize it just with using your just handheld. So sometimes a tripod may be necessary. The one thing I would recommend is just don't cheap out on a tripod. Don't get no cheap junk from Target or Walmart. No plasticky, no, don't do that. Yeah, you're just gonna have to practice with it a lot. It is a lot easier to stabilize it when you are trying to track a player when it comes to football or soccer or something like that. It's a lot easier when using a tripod. I would 100% recommend that, especially when you're using a telephoto lens, because those lenses are heavy. So I would definitely just say don't cheap out on a tripod and practice. We have Quentin. Yo, I've been watching a lot of your videos and your pictures are amazing. Is there anything I can do or any tips that you can help me become a better photographer? I just got Lightroom and I think that can kind of bring my photos on another level. So any feedback would be great. I mean, bro, I have so many videos on this in a sense of just taking better photos depending on the sport you shoot. Let me go to your profile. It's looking like you were just shooting football. And I mean, let me just judge these based off of what you're currently, like what they look like. Now, quality wise, bro, your photos aren't bad. They're not bad quality wise. They just lack personality. They lack flavor. They just look really dull. You know what I'm saying? Now these ones stood out versus all these other ones. I don't know if it's just because you shot brighter or something like that. But the one thing I would just recommend, not really trying to plug, you ain't even got to try my preset. Just try a preset in general. Lightroom has their own. Try a bunch of different presets that are already on the Lightroom app and just see how you feel about it. And then just play around with that. You can, I mean, bro, it's literally just like throwing filters on, you know, just to try to figure out what your style is. Because from this, it just looks like you're taking pictures and just posting them fresh out of camera. You know what I'm saying? And that's never usually the way you want to go. So with you just getting Lightroom, you could definitely go ahead and experiment a little bit. Find who you are as a photographer. Okay, moving on, we have captured BY, I don't know, I'm sorry. Hey, just started watching your videos, wondering what are the best camera settings to use for high school basketball? Okay, so this all depends on your camera and your lens. Wait, are you shooting photos or I'm just gonna give it for photos and videos? For photos, you wanna try to make sure your shutter is try to keep your shutter at that 400 to 500, because I know sometimes indoor basketball courts are, especially high school, are crappy. So try to keep your shutter at 400 to 500. But with that being said, you want to try to push your ISO as high as you can with the images still being usable. So you need to find your whatever picture profile you're using, figure out what is the true ISO to that picture profile and put it to its highest, or figure out which picture profile can allow you to push the ISO to its highest limit figure it out based on the camera that you have, and also try to get a lens that's 2.8 f-stop. Now, if you're shooting video, shoot at your highest FPS as possible, and make sure that your shutter is double that FPS. So if you're shooting 60 FPS, make sure your shutter is 120. If you're shooting 120 FPS, make sure your shutter is 240. Pretty much that's pretty much it. And when it comes to video, your ISO is just based off of the environment, bro. If it's darker, up your ISO. If it's too bright, lower your ISO. You know what I'm saying? There you go. It's pretty much that simple. Next person, we have Elijah. I'm a 19-year-old college student out here in Cali. Oh, we got love in Cali. And I've been a big fan of your work for a minute now, bro. Found you on YouTube, and I've been tapped in ever since. Just wanted to reach out, kind of ask you some tips that you have, especially when shooting basketball with the season coming up. I'm shooting the 𝑴7 II right now, and I have the standard 50-210 lens and the 18-70. What should be the next ones I should be looking into getting if you had to pick one? Appreciate you in advance, brother. Keep it up. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you being locked in and tapped in. You got a good camera. The 𝑴7 II is a great camera. I'm still not sure if you're shooting photos or video. So when y'all are asking questions, please kind of specify, because I do both, so I don't know. I'm gonna assume you're asking for photos though, but I'm gonna give you the answer for both for the most part. You have pretty good lenses already, but if you were looking to pick up, okay, you have the 𝑴7 II. You have two good lenses, but you do not have a G Master lens, it doesn't seem like. So what I will be doing if I were you is looking into picking up a G Master lens. If you have the budget for it. If it's not in your budget, don't do it. Please don't break the bank, because you already have good lenses that are good focal lengths. So you feel what I'm saying? So you already have like a telephoto, and you already have a wide angle. So you're pretty set for basketball season right now. But if it was up to me and you had the money for it, I would say get the 24-70 G Master, the Mark 1. If you got the bread for the Mark 2, that $2,600 or that $2,400, get it. But the Mark 1, you can get it used for like $1,600. And I really feel like you would really benefit from that a lot, especially with the upcoming basketball season. If we were getting into football season, I would say get the telephoto, but we're getting to basketball season, so I would say that would just benefit you a whole lot more. We have JB Films, right? Hey man, I wanted to ask you if you could do a YouTube video talking about S-Log. I feel like that's a big part of videography, and I'm struggling to understand that. And you are the only one that takes up the time to explain every single detail. Hopefully you see this and think about it. Okay, so with that being said, I can't just answer that in this video. Truth be told, bro, like there's a lot of stuff I still need to learn when it comes to S-Log. So I can't just even in this video, it's not even enough, bro. So what I will do is, bro, I'll write that down now actually. Okay, so I'm gonna put it there because there's still a lot of research that I have to personally do when it comes to learning about S-Log. I know what it is, I use it, but there's still a whole lot more, especially when you get into more complicated stuff when it comes to your camera, or more complicated, more expensive cameras. There's Cinetone, there's this tone, there's S tone. It's a lot, okay? So I'm gonna do a little more research on it, just so that when I'm coming to you guys with this information, I can be giving y'all the right information. I'll be steering y'all in the wrong direction. Okay, moving on. Hi DTV, I have a question. Do you still use the 70-200 f4, or did you switch to the 2.8? Yeah, I switched to the 2.8 last year. I no longer use that. And then this guy also said, bro, you should low-key make a channel for advice and stuff. I remember seeing this, and I remember saying that I was gonna look into it once I did this video, because I wanna do a little more research on what channels are before I make one. But it seems like that may be a really good idea. So what I'm gonna do is that as soon as I get off this, I'll know to go ahead and do some research on that, so I can try to get that started, because that may be beneficial. Okay, I actually remember looking at this question, but I knew I wanted to save it for this video because I feel like it was gonna be really important. How did you find the right like-minded people to surround yourself with in this area? I have a lot of big goals, but most of the people don't share them with me, so it's hard to find someone who wants to go after it like I do, pretty much. When it comes to stuff like this, bro, you 100% don't need to wait for anybody to start what you want to do when it comes to your life. I know it may be easier to want to start with your friends or the group of people you may have around you, because I promise you, working with other people does make things a lot easier. It helps you be motivated when other people around you are also motivated and share the same dreams and aspirations as you do. But you know, that's not the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, that I started, that I wanted to do with certain people that were close to me, but it doesn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? So what I just suggest to you, do not allow someone else to stop you from chasing your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. Bro, you chase those, and by the time you get to a specific position in your life, I 100% promise you, the people that you need around you, those like-minded people that you strive and want right now, they'll come into your life. They'll start to funnel into your life. So the people that you know what I'm saying, those type of people will start to funnel in your life naturally, just because of who you are and what you're surrounding yourself around. You feel what I'm saying? Just for right now, focus on you getting started. Yo, bro, just start watching your YouTube channel and your content is super helpful. I just started out doing photography not too long ago, and I was wondering if you had any more tips for me. I currently have a Canon Rebel T7 with the kit lens. I don't know if I should upgrade my camera or just get a good capable lens. I have a budget of around $800. Can you help me out? Thanks. So since you're just doing photography, I really don't think you need to upgrade anything right now. If you have a budget of $800, save that money until you can afford to really upgrade your camera and your lens. $800 is not going to be because I could say, oh, go get a Canon M50 and go get this, but that's not going to be a huge upgrade from where you currently are. It's going to look similar, especially if you're just doing photography. So I would just say save that $800, save up to around like $1,500, $2,000. And bro, if you want to stick with Canon, stick with Canon. But I would just say get the Canon RP and try to get like a, I don't know, you got to look into the lenses when it comes to that, but just, you know, spend your money wisely, because the Canon RP is $900. You can get a Canon RP right now. So let's just say you have $2,000. That gives you another $900 to spend on a lens. You could get a good lens for about $500-$600. So save that money. Just don't even upgrade right now. Save your bread until you could really step in. Hey man, I just started doing sports photography this season. I'm currently borrowing the Nikon D500 from someone, but I'm looking into buying my own camera. I'm not even sure about that camera. I'm not sure on Nikon. Let me look that up real quick. I'm having to look up a lot. Ooh. I already know that I want an A7 III with a Sigma 24-70. That's a beautiful setup right there. And a new Sigma 70-200. That's a great setup. My question is, how would you suggest working out a pricing model for high school football and basketball games, which could help me make money to afford my gear? I also have some money saved up from other jobs, but I would rather make the money from this and put it towards new gear. Thanks, man. The best thing you can do, because it's going to be hard for you to go to these games and people just want to throw money at you before they even know your work. But go there, record some highlights, especially if you're the only videographer there, and tell these players, hey, I have your highlights from this game, especially if I had a great game. I have these highlights from your game. Charge them a specific amount for their highlights. And then you just start doing that, and then you're just charging per player for either highlights or photos, whatever the case may be. That's pretty much the gist of it. If you want a little more in-depth about it, I have a video. I'm going to put the card somewhere about how to make money when it comes to sports photography. And I go really in-depth about that. Hey, hope you're having a great day. I'm getting into sports photography, football, lacrosse, basketball, etc. Okay, and I currently have a 60D with a Tamron 70-300 and an 18-135. I've been getting decent photos out of it, but I was wondering if I should upgrade or keep the 60D. If I do upgrade, it would definitely be a Sony, but I'm not sure what camera exactly. I am on a budget because I'm only a high schooler, so around $700 be the top end for everything. Okay, so let me go to your account. I mean, they're not bad, but you know, I would definitely still say upgrade your camera. If you only have the budget of $700 though, raise the budget. Sports photography is not one of those things where you can cheap out on stuff. I'm sorry, you can't. And $700 just isn't gonna really be enough. I would say if you can raise another $300, Canon M50, you can never go wrong with that. Canon M50 with the kit lens, or Canon M50 with 75-300 if you're trying to shoot football or lacrosse. I know you said what you're shooting. In terms of basketball, get you a nice little, you know, a wider angle lens, or like a 24-70 equivalent for the Canon M50. Save up a little more. $300, Canon M50, boom, 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 and you'll be good. Okay, this one's pretty simple. What camera do you use? Sony A1. Yo, just thought I should say first that I love your vids, especially the POV ones of filming games and editing tutorials. I'm deciding on either the or the 6400. I'm sorry, I have no idea what camera that is. Let me look it up a little bit. Okay, that's like, I feel like this is like Sony's equivalent to like a Canon M50 type vibe, or like the A600 type. Yeah, it kind of gives, okay, so I'm familiar with the A600, okay. It'll probably be more likely to upgrade to the A7 III in the future or newer. My starter lens will be the Canon okay. I was just wondering if it's good enough. It's my dad's lens, and I'll probably have to get a lens mount for it. If any info, please let me know. Also looking into the A7 II, just so you know, I plan on doing sports photography and videography. Thank you. I know about the 6400. I don't know about that lens. I mean, I don't know about that camera there, but if it's good or equal to the 6400, you're in good hands, bro. For photo and video, you're good. In terms of just, you know, the whole lens thing, I was just gonna make sure you're aware that you do need a lens mount. I don't really have any other information for you. Just keep doing what you're doing, upgrade, stack your bread up, and then save up to either the 𝑴7 III, the 𝑴7 II, just whichever is more beneficial for you, man. Okay, that was pretty quick. I think we can do one more. Let's see about this guy. You know what? I appreciate this. I appreciate it, bro. It's so weird for me getting messages like this from people, bro. Seriously, this time we're gonna do one more. I've just recently started taking up photography, and I've watched all your videos. I appreciate it for the past couple of months, and I know you talk highly on Sony cameras. I'm currently working with a cheap Canon D3300, but I'm saving up to get a quality camera and wondering if making the switch to Sony is worth it. If I'm going for a hybrid for pics and videos. You already know me. Team Sony, if you're going for a hybrid, I feel like the best mirrorless hybrid camera on the market is the Sony 𝑴7 III. I feel like you can't really go no better than that unless you upgrade to the 𝑴7 IV. But for the price with the 𝑴7 III versus the 𝑴7 IV, I feel like 𝑴7 III still takes the cake. We got through it. Jeez. Listen, I love y'all so much. I do. I love the support. But when y'all do send messages, give me like a week, because I'm gonna try to drop one of these every week, or I'm gonna just drop these as the questions are coming in. Okay, that's how I'm gonna drop them. Okay, so I appreciate y'all so much. I'm sorry if this video is long, but hopefully these questions were able to be answered, and everyone who asked their questions were able to be answered properly, and maybe this helped somebody else who didn't even, you know, DM me a question, but this video helped you out. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out the preset link in the description down below. We got a lot more POV videos coming soon. We got some football. I'm sorry. We may have one more football POV video coming, and then a basketball POV video. Other than that, thank y'all so much. Don't forget to stay creative. See you next one. Peace.